and I ended up getting the exact grade I needed on my final to get like a 70 in the class. Like I wasn't even shooting for a B anymore. I was shooting for a C. But it ended up happening, and it was just because like my mom knew how hard I was struggling in it. And I never really tell my mom like when I like I'm sad or whatever because then she gets sad, and I'm like I'm not gonna make my mom sad. But like she knew how hard that time was on me, and I literally think that was the saddest I've ever been in my entire life because I had never felt more discouraged. Um, but then I ended up like doing like well at the end. If I had used those same strategies in the beginning, maybe I could have gotten a B or an A. But it was just really really hard. And accounting 229 is notorious for being a terrible class. So like a lot of people go through the same thing. I had a friend who made like a 33 on her first exam. She did fine in the end too. So we all go through it in that class. But that was definitely the hardest time I've had here, and it's also the same time that one of my like my best friend at the time was like in nursing school, and I couldn't talk, like she just started nursing school, so I couldn't talk to her at all, um, and that really like took a toll on me too, just because I had like not like lost one of my best friends, not that she went anywhere, but like I just didn't have access, like I couldn't talk to her, so that really sucked too because that support was gone. Um, so yeah, it was just a really hard time. But like I had my tutor was like a senior like accounting student. She really wanted to help me. My professor was always trying to help me. She was really trying to encourage me, and she might have bumped my grade up. Maybe I don't doubt it, but she just really cared. And like I only went to her office, like I had never gone to her office before that exam, but like as soon as I went in, she was just so ready to help. She was ready to like do anything that she could to make sure I did well in this class. And it's just really nice because I had never talked to her before. Really, like I introduced myself on the first day, I think, and that was it. Um, so yeah, it was just like that support that I had from my professor was just something I really needed because like I knew like if I had like the professor like encouraging me that I could do it. And at the end of the year, like I sent her like an email and I was like, thank you like for like your time or whatever, whatever. Like I'm like enjoy your class, just like I send you my professor's emails when I leave their class. And she said like I remember she was like, "You did a really good job." She was like proud of me, and I was like, "Thank you, Morgan." I love that lady. Also, I don't think you're supposed to call her Morgan. Or like my group project and we just kept calling her Morgan. I don't remember why, but she was really good. I really appreciate her, and that class was insane. It was really bad, and that was definitely my hardest time here. But it ended up like working out in the end, and now I like tell everyone like, "Yeah, I beat that." And the third exam was the hardest one. I was like, "Yeah, I beat that class. That was my 9 points. Hire me as your accountant." But yeah, it was really hard, and I thought I would never see the end of it. But now I'm finally over accounting. That was 3 semesters ago. Never have to do that again. Thank God. But yeah, so that was classes get hard, but it's okay. You like make it at the end.
Just using resources.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what is your goal after graduation?
My goal after graduation is I want like career wise, I really want to go into like branding or account management, just kind of to apply like the creative aspect of my brain to like the business one. But in like actuality, like my like goal in general is just to like be able to provide for like whatever family I have in the future. And I always see these tweets that they're like da 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 Chad is out here on his dad's money like going to college. And I'm like, but that's like kind of the goal. Like you don't want your kids to have to struggle and like work 3 jobs to pay because that's like I wasn't allowed to work freshman year because my mom wanted me to be a student, and she wanted me to focus on my grades. Um, and it's and thankfully for the donors that I have, like I could just be a student. Like that's good. Like I really only got a job because I needed. I can't go into the career force. Be like I've never worked a job before, but please hire me full time. That's not gonna work. So that's really the only reason I got a job. And then also like extra money on the side is like fun. Like I get to help my mom pay for things or whatever. But I want to be able to provide for my kids. I want them to be able to go to college without having to worry about where the money's going to come from. I want to be able to live in a house and not have to worry if the bills are going to be paid. Not going to have to worry if I'm going to have heat in the middle of the winter, or like I want to have water to take a shower, like those are things I had to worry about as a kid, and like we're still kind of worrying about now, like if I'm still going to have a car, if we're still going to have electricity, and just like basic things like that. And it's not really like no one wants to be worrying about that, especially when they're like going to college. So I want to be able to send like my kids to school and have them like give them the opportunity to get this amazing education. And I want that to be the only thing they're worried about, like doing well in school, getting a good education, getting a degree, being able to provide for their future family. And that's like what my mom's goal was when she came to the United States. Well, like that's my grandma's goal when she brought her family to the United States, and my mom. That's why why my mom works so hard. She puts like 40 hours of overtime. Like this lady is never not working. She works so hard because she has to provide for like my brother and I. Not that she has to, but like I can't like work a full-time job, you know, because I'm a full-time student. So like that's the goal. I don't ever want my family to worry about where our next like meal is going to come from, or if we're going to live in our house for another month or whatever, because those are things I had to worry about as a kid, and like I'm still kind of worrying about like now. But it's just it sucks, like especially like with this day and age when then there's people like that never have to face that. And like that's why like coming to A&M was like a big like shock, because I have like friends and people I know who like what they're worrying about is like if their luxury car can get like a new set of tires or whatever, and I'm like, my car has squeaky brakes every time I turn the car on. But and I'm not mad about it, you know, because it's like their family worked hard, their parents are working hard, their parents went and got their degrees, like multiple degrees, and they're getting these jobs. And that's like I'm happy for them, you know, and that's what I want to do in the future. I just want to be like comfortable. We have never experienced a like comfort within like our monetary, like within our financial like stability. We have never been like financially stable, like not even to this day. It's like 20 years like after I was born. My mom's like about to turn 57. We've never been like comfortable, and that's the goal. And like even provide back for my mom. Like once I graduate and once I get a full-time job, I want to pay off her house. I want to pay off all the bills. I don't want her to have to worry, because people are like retire like 60 or something. Carolina is 57 years old. It's almost time for her to retire. So hopefully I can help her get to that point, because she has been working so hard, especially having twins, like being a single mom. Like that's rough, especially because my brother and I are insane, especially when we're together. Sorry, Mom. But yeah, I really want to have my family be like okay, and that's the goal. That's why I'm in college. That's why I'm working hard, and that's why I want to get a job for other reasons. You know, just getting a job is nice. I want something to occupy my time, but in the long term goal is to be okay. Yeah.
Awesome. So what does it mean to you to be an Aggie?
To be an Aggie is like an interesting term. Sure, it's like just being a student here, but in order to be like a real like Aggie, to embody what like A&M wants of an Aggie, there's like the RELIS acronym, the respect, excellence, loyalty, leadership, what is
integrity.
Integrity and service. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, service. Where did I hear selfless service? I think I hear that somewhere else. Yeah, something
That's
like
very here.
yeah, that's here too. But yeah, that acronym I think really embodies it, and you can really see that with a lot of students here. There's like some people that like don't really have like the respect aspect down, but that's gonna be anywhere you go. But like to be an Aggie, you have to really like. You don't necessarily have to be like not a true percenter. Like it's not like the whole like like going to the football games and waving your little towel around, whatever. It's more about like what you do for people, like if you like caring for others, like if someone drops their books on the ground, like it's really nice. Like if someone drops their books on the ground here, there's like 15 people like ready to pick up all their stuff, and they're like, oh my god, here, I'll put it in alphabetical order for you. Like people here are just so helpful and so nice, and they just really want everyone to have like a good time. And which is like I really like going to the libraries here, because I could leave all of my stuff open. I could have my social security card out and my birth certificate, like all my passwords to everything, and no one will touch a thing. No one will go try to steal my identity, because everyone here just is really looking out for like others, and you won't even know it. People you don't know at all are going to really be like rooting for you, and I think that's what it really means to be an Aggie, kind of just to care for others and to take the initiative, kind of, and like people you don't know at all. But if you see someone having a bad day, like someone's probably going to come up to you and be like, hey, are you okay? I remember I was like crying in the MSC once. I was over accounting. And someone was like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "We going through it, but like I'll be okay." And it's just really nice because you have complete strangers you don't know that are like genuinely want the best for you. And I think that's what it really means to be an Aggie, just to care for others and to respect others and to kind of take the initiative in making sure like your peers are okay. I think it's just really like a big community here, and this is probably the only school that has such a big feeling of community. Like Aggie Twitter's a thing where like you follow someone from with A&M in their bio follows you and you follow them back and like you immediately become best friends. Like that's how I met my roommate. That's how I met one of my really close guy friends. That's how I didn't meet one of my friends on Aggie Twitter, but I met her in Aggie Group Me. Like people just see like Aggie in your bio or like A&M or whatever, and they immediately just want to be a part of your life, and they will like Madison is the one who like my roommate Madison. She's actually not my roommate this semester because she's going to Argentina. But she's the reason I'm doing this little like this video project interview. That's what it's called. She's the reason I'm doing this interview because she saw that you needed people to be on this interview, and she's like, hey, like my roommate probably a good fit because she's a first time college student. And then she messaged me, and I was like, yeah, I have no idea who this is, but I will definitely do this for her because I want to help out. So I think that's what it really means to be an Aggie. Yeah.
Beautiful. So, is there any advice you would like to give to any future A&M or first gen students coming to A&M?
Don't be afraid of coming here. I know a lot of people are, just because of the stereotypes that are here, that people aren't gonna like you just because of your skin color, or that you're not gonna fit in because you didn't grow up on a ranch or whatever. Don't be afraid of coming here. I definitely was a little bit. I didn't think I was gonna be accepted that much just because of all the stereotypes. I've never been like here or whatever. Like I came on a tour or whatever, but it was like a diversity group tour, whatever. But yeah, don't be afraid of coming here. It's my favorite place on earth. This little tiny town with the most fun being the movie theater with $5 movie tickets is my favorite place. Like really, College Station is my favorite place. It is because I have this like school with like 70,000 people that I know all like genuinely care for me, and like the staff really cares for me. We have people out here rooting for you every single day, except for the police officer who pulled me over the other day. No, I'm kidding. Like everyone here is just really wants you to do well. And yeah, my advice is just don't be afraid of coming here. Like it's definitely going to be a really, really, really different environment than what a lot of people grew up in. But there are so many resources here, like in so many different like aspects. Like the financial aid office is really going to try to help you out. Like they really like first gens, which is thank God. But even then, like if something goes wrong, they're really going to want to help you out. Like financial aid is so helpful. Just like your undergraduate advisors, like sure they're meant to help you for academics, but a lot of times they're willing to just like have you sit in their office and you can just go scream for like 30 minutes and they'll be chilling. Like your academic advisors are great. Your professors don't want you to do bad in their classes because then they're gonna rate my professors and their grade distribution is gonna go down and be like, hey, University of Column, what's going on? Like they don't want you to do bad, and they're teaching for a reason. They want to share the information that they learned and the information that they're skilled in. They want you to learn. And so no one wants you to ever do bad in your class. So don't be afraid to go talk to professors if you're like not having an easy time in your class because they want you to succeed. Everyone here like genuinely wants you to succeed and is rooting for you. So don't be afraid of it. And there's just a ton of people here ready to help. And A&M in general is just really excited for you to come here. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.